Tommaso, dai, ogni domenica mi devo sgolare per chiamarti. Su, rischiamo di far tardi per la messa.
Sì,
Vai, vatti a
buono.
vestire.
La messa è finita, andate in pace.
To me, this feels like a story of a man dealing with his identity and the burden of not shaming his family. There's some beautifully crafted shots in here, like when he's wearing the wedding dress in the boat, that wide shot there. This piece highlights some complex relationships, the one with him and his mother, clearly. She's vehemently against his desire to dress in women's clothes, his potential homosexuality. She refers to him as not a real man. But what I love that we reveal here is Tommaso has a love for fashion and dressmaking. He is a creative spirit. And I like how this ended in a place of understanding, of her finally seeing her son for who he is versus who she wanted him to be or thought he should be. So I thought overall this piece was very well rounded.
You can tell that the relationship between the mother and son are strong. And you can tell that there's also a divide between the two. So when she comes home and basically uncovers the secret that Tomas is in, the world of fashion and spinning and being in a dress and wearing makeup and really just feeling and being in his own skin, this moment frightens her and she rejects him and tells him not to come home. And it destroys him. And he finds the community to save him. Yet he still decides to come home anyway. And when he comes home, we kind of get to see the shift in the learning opportunity that this mother has to face. Her friend tells her like it is, not in such a direct manner, so to speak, but as time goes on, she really is like, you got to see him for who he is. He isn't a farmer. He is a designer. He's like you. These things that sometimes we might not necessarily notice and accept and want to push to persevere. And so we kind of get to see this nice moment in the end where they get to see Tomas live his fashion designer dreams and really sit into who he is.
I really enjoyed the analogy of this film with being so concerned with the finger that you don't realize the moon. In this case, the mom is so concerned with her son's unique way of living his life and all those indicators. She's so concerned with that, and she doesn't realize what they indicate, which is his immense talent for fashion and the arts and the fact that he actually takes after her. So I just loved that analogy in general. I also think that this film did such a great job with the music and the score and the cinematography and the colors that came out with that. I loved the happy ending and the fact that the mother was actually on board in the end with Tommaso and his talent and his uniqueness, and she actually celebrated that at the end. And I feel like a lot of films, we don't get that happy ending, and so I really appreciated it here. I love that in the end she learned to see and appreciate the moon.
Tom has a very vivid imagination. It really stuck out in the film because at first you're not so sure when he's in the wedding dress if he's imagining these women or if they're actually meeting him, because he's kind of doing it when mom's away. And then when mom walks back and they just disappear, you get it. And it's a wonderful thing to show his imagination. The fact that he's stuck working a farm is quite sad because people with that great of an imagination really are beyond doing stuff like that. Even if he is working the farm, there's innovative ways to do it that could cultivate his brain. His mind, because he really does. This film shows he has a very beautiful mind. He has an artistic approach. Why couldn't he design dresses and still work the farm? It's things like that where you could do both. Keep dad's legacy alive while doing what you want as well. It's this film really had a lot of nuances and themes, and it had a lot like the family theme, the idea of acceptance, letting you do what you want, or fulfilling family obligations. So many things that work well within this film and are well constructed, where it's not just a one themed film, but very much nuanced.
This is a really sweet film about identity, acceptance, and becoming who you are. There's a really great musical dance number as the main character finds themselves in the story, and I really love how it was done. It's definitely a celebration of all those themes.
Love the writing in this one. Great portrayal of the two main characters, the mother who learned to come to terms with the situation and her talented, sensitive son. Such thoughtful facial expressions. The fashion in the film was really lovely, full of texture and clever design. Stunning shots, notably in the sun, which I enjoyed. The soulful soundtrack was also perfect for this emotional piece. Excellent pace and direction.